No, Sarah. Nope. Don't do it. Down. Down. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Hank Strange. This is Lifestyles of the Locked and Loaded. And today, we're doing 4x4s. This beauteous beast behind you is a new addition to the Strange family. It's our family wagon, and it is a 2016 Toyota 4Runner Trail Premium with KDSSI. Okay, and we're gonna talk about that. How did I come to the conclusion? Well, not just me, really it was me and Lola, because she wanted to get a family vehicle, and I was like, why don't you buy yourself a vehicle for Christmas? And then I convinced her to make it 4x4 so that I could do some cool stuff and share it with you guys here on the channel. Because, you know, I've had 4x4s before, but I've never gone off-roading and overlanding and all those kinds of things, and I really want to get into that. So we kind of like made some compromises. Lola got what she wanted. I got what I wanted. We can fit the Strange boys in here, all be comfortable, get on the road, go on our family trips, and then I can also do all the traveling and stuff like that I need to do, and go off-road when I need to. All right, so you know what? No more talking. Let's jump in here with Lola, take it for a drive, and see what we see. This does not have a push start, so it's old school. Old school. You got to put your key in and actually turn the button to get it going. Well, I heard that these are amongst the most stolen cars in Canada, and I don't know about America, but it's highly stolen in Canada and some other places, so maybe that's why they do that. We just got this 4Runner, I think literally about I don't know, less than a week, right? A couple of days ago. I think we got it on Christmas Eve, right? We got it on Christmas Eve. So I haven't really set up a whole bunch of things in here. One of the things I did do, you can program your remotes and stuff, so I did set that up. So that's good to go. And I think as we are heading out here on the road here, we should probably talk a little bit about why did we buy this vehicle, Lola. I think that's the first thing that people would want to know in a situation like this. I didn't do a video like this for the Challenger, and I know I need to before people start telling me I need to do a video like this for the Challenger. So you want to start there with why did we buy it. Here, let me pull up to the mailbox real quick. So you want to reach out there and see if there's any mail. Can you reach?
No.
Look at Lola.
Not a short orange.
Supposedly she's cold. She gets cold easy. Okay, this is a good shot right here.
Seriously.
All the fans are gonna love this. Lola Booty.
No.
Booty Strange.
With
There you
my
go.
T-Rex arms to reach it. Damn you.
Why did you buy the vehicle? You know, why did you buy it?
Well, the biggest reason is that whenever we go on family vacation, you and the boys complain like, "Oh, get out," about the Kia not having enough space. And it's true. It's
Because you're
valid.
the only short person in the family.
It's valid. I just said that. It's valid. It's true. It's not roomy enough. It's not big enough on a day-to-day basis. It's fine to get it from A to B, but not when we all go out
Right.
as a family with backpack, with luggage and all that stuff. So
Okay.
that has been an issue for us.
So we wanted something like Lola has a Kia Sorento, which I guess we'll also do something about. A 2015 Kia Sorento.
Right.
Right. So, and then I obviously have a 2015 Challenger Scat Pack Edition. So all four of us can get in the Challenger, but not comfortably.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
at all.
That's not like really a family vehicle.
No. No.
I've picked up the kids from school and stuff like that, and the four of us have all been in there. So the Kia was before what we all got into. But the Kia is small. It has the power of a potato in my mind. It's a 4-cylinder. The Challenger obviously is a V8. So that's more powerful. We wanted something in the middle where we can all get in there. We can all we travel with a bunch of crap. So we wanted something that we can throw all our stuff in and get on the road. And then the kids didn't have to do anything. Like, for example, when no one wants to sit behind me because I have to put my seat all the way back. My legs are longer and all that kind of stuff. It's always a pain. There's always complaining going on.
Yeah.
So, and on top of that, I wanted something that when I'm traveling, I could go off-road, or as a family, we could do stuff and go off-road. I have to sometimes go off-road just to go places and shoot. So it happens to me all the time. And definitely when I do that in the Challenger, I don't want to mess it up or anything like that or get stuck. So it's always a thing. So we were trying, that was kind of like our criteria. I wanted to do some overlanding. I've been watching overlanding videos on YouTube. Mixflip has a ton of them. I think he's like the overlanding video king. So I wanted to do some of that. Lola thinks I'm not actually going to do that, but I wanted to do that. So we've had 4x4s before, right?
We have.
Yeah.
So, for me, it was important that this truck would have all the similar amenities, that it would have the leather, it would have the sunroof is just an added bonus. It's been a long time since we had a vehicle with the sunroof.
Yeah. Well, we've had 4x4s before, and we never really used it. We had a Montero, which we did use it because we lived in New Jersey and there was a lot of snow.
Yeah, for snow.
Yeah,
Right.
so we used the Montero when we were in Jersey, and then when we were in Jersey, we also, after the Montero, I think we bought one of the first Cadillac Escalades that came out,
Right.
and that was great because it had a lot of room, and I think
yeah.
we used the 4x4-ness of it once or
did.
twice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we're gonna go off-road. We're going on a dirt road now, so you guys can see that we are approaching a dirt road. And and then after the Escalade, I think the next 4x4 that I had, when I started my gun channel, I had an Isuzu Via-Cross. That did not have any kind of room. We liked the Montero and we liked the Escalade, but the Via-Cross didn't have any kind of room. So, all right, so here we are. We're on a dirt road. I've driven down here in my Challenger. I think I've done it in the Challenger. I've driven on dirt rods in the Challenger.
We've come down here with the conversion van and the Challenger, and I
Yeah.
think even the Kia.
Yeah, with this 4Runner, and this is the Trail Premium, which is the only one that you can get KDSS. These bumps, even the bumps that we're feeling now, don't feel as bad as they would, in a regular car. Maybe in 4x4s they don't feel that bad usually, but the KDSS helps even out all that bumpiness. That's one of the things that it does, as well as the abilities that it has when you're going off-road.
I think it feels great. It feels like a car, in terms of the comfort level, and the bumps are, it doesn't feel rough at all.
Yeah.
I think it's doing a great job with that.
And what's happening is that I think the KDSS system is in the Toyota Land Cruiser, and Toyota didn't want to put it into all the 4Runners. So the TRD Pro, you can't get it with that. You can't get it with any of the other 4Runners except the Trail Premium. That's my understanding. I don't know if you can get it with the regular Trail. Toyota has so many different crazy things. I think this is 2016. For 2017, they've changed. I don't even think you can get Trail anymore. So how we want, because I had something to do with this, I wanted a TRD Pro, right, Lola?
Yes, it started with the hunt for a TRD Pro, which is basically non-existent. So for over a month or two.
Okay, 4Runners, Toyota doesn't make that many 4Runners in the first place. And then they don't make that many 4x4 versions of a 4Runner. I'm not getting a 4Runner I'm not getting a rear wheel drive 4Runner. That's just total waste of time in my personal opinion. It's like the Challenger. Lola thought I was going to get a V6 Challenger. No, I'm getting the Hemi. So it's the same thing. If I'm getting something like this, it's going to be 4x4. And of course I wanted the TRD Pro, and they're even harder to get, and then there's special colors. And so for 2017, I would have been waiting for a few months And I did get on the waiting list and all that kind of stuff with my dealership, but they couldn't guarantee me anything. So then we were like, okay, let's just get a Trail Premium, because also you can get stuff like a sunroof, and it comes with a navigation and all these other things, and it's 4x4. It's, you know, it's one of the more popular models for going off-roading. A lot of people use it when they're going off-roading. So we said, let's get a 2016. It's the end of the year. We'll get some kind of deal. And we looked around. Now, those were also very difficult to find. But this color is midnight black. That's not the color I wanted, but it had KDSS on it. So, you know, I got it. I really wanted to get, like, cement is really cool. And then what's the other one? Quicksand. Those matte colors. But, you know. In the end, I'm happy with this. It has a lot of things I think that Lola likes. She likes the comfort and everything, right?
Yeah.
Have you driven it yet? No.
No.
She hasn't done any driving of it yet. But she likes the comfort. She likes a sunroof. We haven't had that. I don't really care whether I have a sunroof or not on anything. She likes the room. The room's a big deal. We were looking at a Wrangler, and the thing with a Wrangler is that it was a lot smaller, not as safe. It was very cool. You can get so many different accessories. Okay, we've come up to some place that we're going to find out the off-roading chops. Look at this. Look at that. This is like real sand. And I'm in rear-wheel drive, so at some point here, like right now, I'm pretty much stuck. So there you go. We stuck. So, you know what? Let's see what we can do to get unstuck. Notice I'm not getting out. That's why Lola does all the, you know, it's always tougher to be the cameraman, you know, than being, I try to get her to be in front of the camera, but she just wanted to be the cameraman. So that means you got to get out and walk around in the sandy, muddy stuff. So, okay, let me try to drive out. Okay, there we go. What's it doing?
Just spinning.
Okay, just spinning. All right.
Let me see.
So one of the things with this is instead of a knob, the other 4Runner 4x4s have a little knob here so you can do your little stuff. This actually has a transfer case. So you need to go into neutral in order to use it. And then you need to, in neutral, hook over and go all the way down. And we should be we're in 4 low now. Traction control, 4x4 low. Traction control off. Everything's off anyway, so the minute I went into drive, it took all those things off. We are driving around and not getting stuck in this really deep sand that's like a little bit moist. It's not dry. Very deep. And we're rolling around. We can make turns in it and all that kind of stuff. So that's demonstrating 4x4-ness itself right there. So now okay, here we go. We got momentum. There we go. I'm gonna drive around here instead of going backwards. Let me drive and follow the path that others have made to go down here. So let's see. I'm gonna go down one of these and try the hill descend in crawl mode. Okay, so this looks like this is actually like an easy one. All this stuff on, and yeah, we're in like light sand. So if you notice, you hear all that noise? All I'm doing is staring. I'm not going on the see, it stopped. Now we're going over. It's braking and gassing to go down. So I'm using the... and it sounds scary, like you're going to break something. But if you go on the brake, it will just shut off the system, and then you'll be, it'll be up to you. So I'm just going to go down this easy one. And we're evening out. I mean, that was like a little baby one. That really wasn't that bad. And it's still going. The minute I go on the brake, it's going to, see, like right now, that's a little bit more of a thing. It's braking more, braking. It's good. Okay. And then the minute I go on the brake there, that really... There we go. So now that's off. Okay, so we drove around in 4x4. We went up the hill, down the hill. We used the crawl control so that I could check out that and make sure that was working. And we're still in 4 low so that we can drive out of this dirt here and go back on to the road. So we'll do that, and then I will put this back in. I will take off actually the 4x4. So let's see, go back in neutral, and then to take it off, we're supposed to like pull it back, and then I think go all the way forward. Okay, there we go. And see, it's in the center, so it's off now, and I can take off all that stuff. Everything's been canceled. We're back in normal drive mode. Now we can go back down the road, go for a little drive. So what do you think about that, Lola?
It's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Did
it's
what
cool.
It's supposed to do.
Yeah, we got stuck, we got unstuck. I don't know everything about like off-roading or using all the 4x4 features. I gotta do something that every man dreads, and that's reading my manual. And it comes with a very extensive manual, but you know what? Really not that difficult to do, to like get out of the basic kind of trouble that you can get into here. I mean, need to get out there and do some off-roading with some buddies, maybe take some classes, just like anything else in the world. When you do it, it helps to actually take some courses, do some learning and training. So I think I need to do that, but I am impressed by the fact that it's not terribly difficult to use the different modes and get yourself out of trouble. So
No.
I like that.
Right? Yeah. Just to do it for the first time, you figured it out.
Yeah. So now what Lola and I are going to do, we're actually going to take this 4Runner and go on the road. We're headed out to SHOT Show. We go to SHOT Show every year. We go to the NRA show. And then in between that, I do a bunch of other different shows, like I went to SEMA, etc. So we're going to drive all the way to Las Vegas in this vehicle. I'm not saying that we're going to do any off-roading on the way, but if it comes up, mostly we're going to be on tarmac probably. But if something comes up where, we'll be fully capable of going off-road a little bit and maybe, showing you guys some off-road sites. But I just wanted to show you me doing my first little bit of off-road in there, getting stuck and getting unstuck. I think right now what I'm trying to figure out is what I would add. I like the rock plate, or the what is that thing called? I like the skid plate that the TRD has, because it's a beefier skid plate. They all have some kind of skid plate under there, obviously, but I like the TRD skid plate, so that's something I may add. I think I would put a roof rack. What do you think? I think a roof rack would be good.
Yeah, I mean, as long as we're going to use it.
Yeah.
We've had roof racks in the past, and I actually did use it on the Escalade.
Well, there's the attachments for regular racks, and then you could just get crossbars, and you could put stuff up there on this. But an actual roof rack, like a basket or something, and they have ones that come for the sunroof versions, etc. But I think those would be useful because you can put stuff up there, strap it up, so that you have more room. So if we're traveling in this and you might want to pull over and take a nap in the back of it, I'll roll in some footage of me lying down in the back there with the seats back here drop down and everything. 2 people can comfortably get back there, lay out, get some sleep maybe. Put an air mattress or something.
A sleeping bag.
Yeah. I might get some things for privacy, so that nosy people, when you're when you're somewhere, nosy people can't come and get up all up in your business. I don't like the badging. I don't like chrome badging and all that. So I would get the blackout badging. I don't think Lola cares, but I care about that stuff.
I don't care, but
I like my vehicle to be stealthy. At least look stealthy, even if it's not actually stealthy. I like it to look that way. So I would invest in that. It's not that expensive to get the blackout stuff. I think I would get a winch, but I don't want to put too much weight on this. So that's one thing. I mean, it's already like a V6, which is not super powerful. So I think there is a supercharger that you can get for these and put on. I'm not sure if you can have Toyota put that on or not, but there may be a supercharger that you can get. So yeah, I don't think I'm getting into too many different modifications that are going to add weight. So, and then even if I got a supercharger, I'm not sure what that would do to the warranties and all that. So I don't know whether I'm going to do that or not. So now we're going to do a little bit of like twisty. We're going to hit a few curves and stuff like that. See, it feels comfortable to me. I'm not going to say there's no body roll. There's body roll. It's a big SUV compared to if you're driving a car that's sitting on the ground. But it's comfortable. I think it's probably up there with whatever the most comfortable SUV that we've had. So I'm going to say that would have been probably like the Escalade or something like that.
Yeah, I would agree.
Feels at least as comfortable as the Escalade. So
for sure.
Living out here in farm country, it's a nice drive, nice country route that you can go down. Here's a nice little twisty. And this is taking it, to me, it feels like it's taking it like a car. We're in rear wheel drive mode. I don't think it would be the best of ideas to drive this in four-wheel drive. And the efficiency on these are not like the highest level of efficiency, but I don't really care about that.
What is 1721 or something?
Yeah, 17
city,
the city,
21
and
highway.
21. Yeah, 21 on the highway. It's fine. It's probably close to what you get out of your Kia.
Oh, that Kia sucks.
The Challenger would be our efficiency vehicle.
Yes.
Because that gets like really good gas mileage, believe it or not.
Mm-hmm.
But the trade-off of that is I'm putting premium in it. So this just takes regular gas.
Okay. And it's got a big gas tank too. Is it 25 gallons?
I don't know. I have to look up. I know it was a big gas tank. I cannot remember right now what that is. I will roll that in if I have to.
Yeah, well, that comes in handy for long road trips. Less stops for gas.
Absolutely. So, but you're driving a 4x4, so it's a reason to get some like extra gas tanks, so you can hang some extra gas tanks off your thing and look all cool, like you actually do stuff. I go off roading.
Yeah.
4x4ing. So I got extra gas tanks.
Right. The cool factor.
Yes. Mostly the cool factor. I do actually, plan on going off-road and doing that kind of stuff, so.
Hey, I would love to see you do that.
It's comfortable. I like that the premium level has what I think they call like soft tech seats or whatever. It's not real leather. It's like a faux leather. It's supposed to be easier to clean and all that kind of good stuff. It does have a little bit of a smell, which I always get a headache from because I'm super sensitive. But you being
I didn't know.
Having no senses whatsoever, you don't really know. She never
Whatever,
noticed
Hank
that.
Strange is just a little baby.
Yeah.
It's just so tender and
I'm very
delicate.
sensitive.
Yeah, I didn't even notice.
Very sensitive. But it does have a little bit of smell. I'm assuming that's going to go away in time. So one of my favorite features, if you put it out the back window right now, you're going to see one of my favorite features. Check this out. The window goes up and down. So if you like to make videos like me, that's going to come in handy, Lola.
It will. You've always wanted that.
Yeah, when I'm reviewing cars, you know, like one of the boys could be driving and you could be back there with the camera all set up, and then, you know, we do the sexy, like
chase car?
The chase car, yeah, the chase scene where you're like looking through the windshield and I'm driving all Coolio smooth on the highways and stuff like that. So I like that. I mean, it's nice if you don't have your air conditioning on, you can drop it and get ventilation going in the vehicle. And then if you have something that's really long, you could drop that down and stick it out, you know, maybe put a cloth or something there, but you can have that thing going through the window and all that kind of stuff. Very nice. Do you want to talk about what we paid for this bad boy?
Why?
Because, you know, people want to know. I think that this one, with everything that it comes with, so let me see if I can, I don't think I can hit everything, but it's a 4Runner Trail Premium. The KDSS added some expense to it, and I think the Trail Premium, that means it comes with navigation. Typically they have sunroof, all those things. This one was about $43,000 before taxes and all that kind of stuff. I know that you can get some of these Trail Premiums with the KDSS, and then from Toyota you get the rims and the Nito tires and all that, and it probably goes up to about 45-ish. So we paid around $43,000 before taxes and all the other things that you get. I added, you know, I think Toyota has a 36,000 mile bumper to bumper on their cars. I extended that because I personally believe in that. I think Toyotas are very reliable. I've had a few Toyotas in my life, and one of them that was new I didn't really have any problems with. But, you know, I mean, we're talking these modern vehicles today. Something's going to go wrong. Maybe not the engine, but you've got a bunch of computers that can go wrong and all that kind of stuff. And it always seems to happen at that 37,000th of a mile.
Ain't that the truth?
You know, when you get to that position where you're no longer under warranty, but you go into the dealership and they're like, oh, by the way, this is wrong, that's wrong, that's wrong, you got to pay for it. So I think, in my personal opinion, it's a good investment to get that coverage. And I also, since we're making payments on this bad boy, got gap coverage, which I would recommend to anyone that's making payments, because the minute you drive off of a lot, your car depreciates. And if something happens to it and it gets totaled, let's say, the insurance company is only going to pay for the value of the car, which is depreciated. So immediately you can be in the hole for a couple $1,000s, you know, maybe $5,000 or more. And that's where gap coverage will come in and cover all that. It's not super expensive. I get that stuff on there, you know. So I don't think it's bad overall, the price.
I don't think it's bad. We've always done that.
For the features of what you're getting, like the KDSS, I think is a good feature. I'm very happy with that. The only other thing that has it in Toyota's lineup is the Land Cruisers and stuff. And we were looking at least like a Land Cruiser would be about $85,000 going in. Didn't even think about it. Not gonna happen.
And it was too big. It was too big, too much. All the, what did it have? It had like the headrest monitors, and you know.
I think the Land Cruiser is nice. I'm not saying I would definitely get a Land Cruiser.
I'm too small for it.
Yeah,
I'm too small for it.
You know, Lola is kind of like she's a miser. So it's not easy to get her to spend money. I'm the one that believes in spending the money.
Yes.
But, you know,
yin and the yang, that's how the balance works.
Yeah, so I personally would I like a Land Cruiser, you know. I think there's a whole bunch of stuff in there I like.
Too much money.
I don't think it's not too big.
I thought it was too
Never
big.
too big. You can never be too big.
It's like the Big Daddy car. It's just too big. When I'm sitting
There's
behind,
another 4Runner right there.
You can't even see me when I'm behind the wheel.
Just drove past another 4Runner. I like having a car that I don't see anyone else driving.
Well, that's hard to do in this.
Yeah, there are other people out there driving 4Runners because they're so popular and they're such good cars. A lot of people have the rear wheel drive ones. They don't even have it in 4x4 because they don't need it. They just get the rear wheel drive because just the room, you know, and then you can get a third row of seats back there if you want, and you can get more people in there. We don't need all that. Our family is just 4 people right now and a dog, so that is definitely room that we don't need. So, and you can get 5 people in this, so, and still get a dog. Still get the dog in there. So I don't think we really needed
the third row of seats.
No, I don't think we needed that. So I like the slide out tray that's back there. Lola thinks that's totally, she doesn't understand what that's all about. I like having the slide out tray because you can have heavy things on it, slide it out, and then I think it can hold up to 400 pounds. She's just looking at me. But I think that's actually...
I think it's just a novelty thing. I mean, seriously.
Yeah. You know, if you don't get it, and then later on you decide you want it, you know, that's more difficult. I don't think you can get it. I think you have to get it as a factory option in the first place. So.
I would like to see how useful that thing is.
Okay.
We shall see.
We will see. We will see what we see when we see it.
Silly.
You know, but every time you use it, I want $20 from you.
How about every time I use it, I say, that's one, Hank.
That's one what? One thing
that's
I
one.
got right?
That's one. And then I'll say, okay, that's 2 times in the past 5 years we've used it. You know, I'll keep track that way.
I'm pretty sure I'm going to use it.
You use it just to prove to me that you've used it.
Exactly. The challenge is on and it will be used. So what we're doing here is I'm making a circuit, because basically, you know, I think that when I have some car, like if a friend shows up and he has a car and it's interesting and I want to do a video on it here on the channel, we just drove the circuit that we're going to drive when that happens. I'm not going to take other people's cars and go 4x4ing with it, you know, unless they allow me, and it is 4x4, but you know, this will be the basic route that will go under those circumstances, you know, so we get a little bit of like town traffic and driving, and we get some country roads, you know, you can get up to speed and go over some bumps and all that kind of stuff.
It's pretty quiet in here.
See how it is. Yeah, that is a good point. The cabin of this is very quiet, and we should have a little bit of air coming in because of the paracord that we have going through the seal for the GoPro that's up there, but it's really quiet. Yeah.
It's quieter than the Kia.
Yeah, look, another 4Runner right here that we're passing. Another 4Runner. Boy. Another midnight black one.
Yep.
That is why I gotta... You know what I think I should add to the list of things that must be done, Lola? Street wrap it.
Oh, for goodness sake.
Street wrap. Okay, how about bedline it? Bedline it. Can I bedline it?
No.
Or I'm not allowed to bedline it?
Does it cost money?
Yes, bedlining costs money.
Okay, then no.
Can I bedline it cement? The cement color.
Does that cost money?
Yeah, I mean,
Then no.
yeah, but you know,
No,
it will look so much more
I
awesome.
think we should drive this for a year, as it is.
A year? That's
Yes.
way too long.
Drive it for a year,
That's a
as
long
it
time.
is, and then when we're learning about the things that make sense, do those things.
No, some things have to be done. Some things have to be done. What kind of stuff would you guys do? And does anyone out there have a 4Runner? And if there's anyone that you don't have to have a 4Runner, but if you do off-roading, you know, you've got a 4x4, you get out there and you do off-roading, and you're in Florida, and you're in the Gainesville area, and you want to take a noob on the road and do some, you know, off-roading with him, hit me up, because I'm up for that. I can use some off-roading buddies.
I would love for someone to take you tent camping.
No, tent camping? No. I'm going to sleep in
That's
this.
the challenge.
I'm not a tent camper.
camping, strange.
No.
Then you'll prove something to
I might
me.
get that tent that goes up on the roof because it's up off the
That
ground.
doesn't count. No.
Yeah,
Tent
I would get that
camping
one.
on the ground.
No, it would have to be like a travel trailer.
Yeah, see?
Or I'm
You're
just going to
soft.
sleep in this.
See?
I'm just going to
City
sleep
bumpkin.
inside this thing.
You're a city bumpkin.
Yeah, because I don't like tents. I don't like the idea of tents.
You don't
There's
like
going to be
bugs.
werewolves
You don't like-
or bears
yeah.
or some kind of like
And they're just coming after your
vampire
juicy
or
butt.
alien
Oh, yeah.
creatures,
Uh-huh.
and you got no protection with a tent. werewolves just go and they
that's only
rip
in the
right through the
movies.
tent. I need some metal that the werewolf has to hurt his claws to break through that thing in order to get me. So no.
That's only in the movies, my love.
Have you ever been in a tent?
Yeah.
You have?
I have.
When was this? 'Cause
it was on a field trip. Yeah, I went camping in
I was
Maryland.
about to say.
Yeah, in Maryland I went camping on a school trip.
Okay. Uh-huh.
Yep.
Okay, I was thinking about something else that you did way back before you met me. You went tenting. I don't know.
What are you talking about?
Get away from your parents or whatever. See, I grew up in New York, so we would just go to the hotel, motel, Holiday Inn. You don't even know about that.
No, I don't.
You just went in tents, stuff like that.
I don't know what the hell you're talking about,
Okay,
pervert.
right, don't worry about it.
Don't mix me in your days of.
See, I'm hearing a little bit of a whistle now from that
bug.
paracord because we're up to speed.
Bug in here.
Yeah, but you could probably just even
No, don't
minimize
do that,
it like
then
that.
You just made it
that
dark
changed
in
the
here.
lighting. Yeah.
We don't want to do that.
So, what I'll do is when we stop here, whatever, what's your favorite feature on this? What's something you really like about it?
I like the sunroof.
You like the sunroof?
Yeah.
She hasn't had a sunroof in a long time. She imagines herself going to work and the wind in her hair and the sun.
No, it's not that. It's that when I
radiating
go to work, I'm stuck in that building. I mean, hell could be breaking loose, and I can't see anything. I've got no windows, nothing. So when I walk in, I'm in all day. So when I get out, I want to feel the freedom of the sunroof, and of course, yes, the wind blowing in my hair. What's wrong with that?
No, nothing. My favorite feature is all the off-roading utilitarianism of it.
You don't say.
Yeah, that's what I like. That's my favorite feature. I like the real, body on frame, transfer case, actual off-roading systems. You hear clunks going into place and all that kind of stuff. I love that.
I think that crawl feature was real cool. I mean, that was really neat.
Yeah.
To let the vehicle basically do the action. All you're doing is steering, right? Your foot is off the brake, off the gas.
Yeah.
Right?
My understanding, that all works even when you're in two-wheel drive mode and regular driving, when it's got hill assist and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I like those. Okay, so what do you not like? What's your least favorite thing?
I don't have anything at the moment. I mean, the
okay.
room is great. I love the room, the space, the pleather, whatever you want to call it.
I don't like the information system. This is like a little tiny screen.
It is
and
small.
if you go to any other, it's very difficult to come back to navigation. One of these buttons should just have navigation on it. Like to come back if you go into anything else to get back to navigation you got to press too many things. I don't like that.
Yeah, they could have put a bigger monitor, but then that's why you got to go into the Land Cruiser, excuse me.
Yeah, so I mean, that's a little tiny screen. That's something that I think could be done a little bit better, and maybe I could look into it and find better ways of dealing with it. Like I said, I'm not a super fan of the color midnight black, but if you have to have a particular feature, and I could have either waited for a different color or whatever, but whatever. I think we can just...
Your impatience would not allow it.
Yeah. I think we can just street wrap it or bed line it, and
like I said, 1 year.
I don't know about that, but but it's not a bad color though. It's not. I don't think.
Bad color.
I don't think it's a bad color. I don't think it looks bad. I wish everything on it was all blacked out and stealthy. So all those badges that are chrome, and then it's got like a little lip. It already has this aggressive face, but then the lip, it's like in a chrome color, and it's like, what is that supposed to mean? That throws off the aggressiveness. It should all be color coded to that one same thing.
It's like the roof rack. It's a standard thing that they put on the roof rack. Every car has practically the same roof thing. If you look at the Kia.
Yeah, I do like these big chunky knobs. Yeah. I like that, and I like the manliness of it. It's like a manly man. It's like a real man thing.
Sailor is not in the mood. Look how he's looking at you. He is not in the
Sailor's
mood.
mad because we didn't take him.
He is not even getting up.
He's way too stinky right now to get into this as a new vehicle. I got to put things in here so he doesn't tear it up. That's pretty much it. I'm going to do my outro at some point here, but we are back. We have done our little drive and had our little diatribes and even gone off-road with it. you know, and I think it's cool. I think we made a good purchase. We thought about it, you know, we researched it.
I thought about it.
We went all over the place.
About it.
Well, the dealership here in Gainesville couldn't get me what I wanted, so I gave Lola some stress, and then she had to take over the situation.
Yes, and make it happen.
Is how that usually goes down. We had to make it happen. All right, folks. There you go. Quick overview of our new Toyota 4Runner Trail Premium with KDSS 2016 version. There are going to be new 4Runners coming out for 2017 with all kinds of different options, but who knows how long Toyota is going to keep making real off-road trucks like this. I definitely don't know. I think this makes a great Strange Family wagon, and I look forward to doing lots of cool, fun things with it and adding all kinds of things to it. And I also look forward to what you guys think about it and you telling me what you would do with it. So, as I always say, like, share the videos, tell your friends about us, make all the comments you want to. I'm Hank Strange. On behalf of myself and Lola Strange, I'd like to wish everyone a Happy New Year and see you guys at Shop.